So at this point I said, well, perhaps you were able to shut off your feelings, disconnect yourself from your feelings from the point at which you were beaten by your stepfather. At that point you were able to shut off your connection with your feelings. Now, if values stem from our feelings, behavior, and then our role we play in life, well, if you're not in contact with your feelings, then your evaluations will be misjudged, your behavior will be erratic, and your role will not be understood. Yeah, we started making some headway there. As I was sharing this with Phil, my other friend today, he's an artist. Brilliant man. And he likes to say, if a person built it, I can take it apart, fix it, and put it back together. So he's very much an artist. And I said, you know, if it wasn't for Dave having these issues, I wouldn't be able to have an example in which I could now mold and construct this, in which I can explain it to others. And he totally understood what I meant, in that in creating something and recreating something, we've got to have the raw media, the raw resources to do that with. So I was just giving him a little nod with the recognition of the artist and of Dave, and how all this stuff would not have been able to come about in my life. And I told him at that point, I said, you know, it's interesting how all other doors in my life are shut, so that I am preoccupied with doing exactly what I'm doing. You know, these videos, talking and having conversations about the stuff that I'm talking about and everything. I would have never imagined myself at this point in my life doing what I'm doing. So, anyway, I started explaining to Dave that if you're playing the role of the saboteur, people are sabotaging you in your life. It may be because you're evaluating them and their behavior incorrectly, because you've lost contact, you've separated yourself from your feelings. And the feelings are what give intention to our values. We can value something, but it doesn't necessarily have an intention. But our feelings can intend to have a certain perspective. Our feelings want to be expressed in time. It has to do with the metaphysical root of our being wanting to express itself in time. The Godhead wanting expression in time. It needs us to give it expression, so we have feelings. But if you're misreading other people's intentions of what they want from you, then it could be that there's a short circuit somewhere with the feelings, a connection with the feelings, of being able to actually understand, what feeling am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? When ultimately the why is a mystery. However, we want to have our own experience, so we analyze our feelings. Now, I separated intellectual conceptualizations as emotions of our feelings. Our feelings, when they are intellectually conceptualized, they become an emotion. And if someone can put on the mask of an emotion, that's fine. But you want to look deeper to see what the intention is to that mask, to that emotion. Is there an intention to it? Some people can have feelings and they have no intent in and of themselves, whereas others put on a mask of an emotion for a very specific response.